You ready, dude?
I'm ready.
All right, man. Welcome to the Dudes in Kansas show with your host,
Kent
and David. Welcome to this week's show, WTF. This is part 3 of our 3-part series, Pleasantries, Manners.
That's right.
And Bad Habits.
Bad habits.
And WTF. And we'll get a little bit more into that. Take it away, man.
So, buddy, check it out. I'm sure you've run into situations in your everyday life. You go, WTF.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
And I'm not talking about the World Taekwondo Federation.
You're not?
No, I'm talking about, and you can repeat this after me.
You may be wondering why the video is paused. This is the Dudes in Kansas show bringing you a parental advisory. There's about to be just a slight bit of language. There's a discussion that's really over the age of 13. We highly recommend you jump past that. The key word is cornflakes. Enjoy.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Exactly. And in today's reference, we're not going to keep using this word because we want to keep this PG so the little kids are going to hear. We're going to use what the fun.
What the fun?
But the word what the fun, which would be what the F, most people use this acronym to get to the point. And I want to talk about some facts and some stories that might bring up what the fun situations. And a couple of fun facts I found was, one, David, butterflies will drink your blood, sweat, and tears. Is that a WTF or what?
It is. I don't even know how to react to that.
It's a butterfly.
I know. It's creepy on so many levels to think about this. WTF. What the fun?
What the fun? I mean, please, audience, please comment on that. Have you ever heard that? Another one. You probably only breathe out of one nostril. 85% of the people do.
I know when I read this, I was sitting there going, trying to feel which one I breathe out of. I think I breathe out of both of them, but I'm not quite sure.
It is allergy season.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're only breathing out of them, yeah.
Exactly. This was fun. For anyone that has children, Lego, yes, the Lego is the world's largest tiny tire manufacturer at 318 million tires a year.
Tiny tires.
Tiny tires. I think I have at least 1 million of them.
That's a lot. Well, that was just 1 million, and they made 317 million more that same year.
Yes.
It's a lot of dang tires out there.
That's a lot of time. This is a fun fact. Most mammals take the same amount of time to pee, which is 21 seconds. I have not tested this theory.
I did after I read your notes.
Really?
Here.
Are you 21 seconds?
Well, it depends. Because when we were over here watching Game of Thrones last weekend,
yeah, it
was not 21 seconds. It was like 1.5 minutes. I had to go.
You did?
Dude, it was like I was a camel and I was hooked up my hump and I was like, oh, hose it down, man.
Okay, this one, I want to know how many people knew this one. Cornflakes were invented to prevent masturbation. Yeah, what the F? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's little fun information here. Dr. John Harvey Kellogg was an extremely prudish and believed sex was a heinous sin and masturbation was worse. His solution was to give people a healthy breakfast option. He knew that certain foods increase sexual desire, while other certain foods like cereal and nuts healed the power to temper it. So thank you, by the way, Best Life, for that information.
So the question is, when we interjected this portion, is it still kid-friendly?
That's a really good question. I will let the parents of those children who are listening explain the birds and the bees to their own children.
That being said, I got to add in graham crackers. Graham crackers were invented for the same purpose.
For real?
To prevent masturbation.
Wow. Well, gosh, The guy from graham crackers and Dr. John Harvey Kellogg must have been friends.
I don't know if they were. The graham cracker guy was a preacher.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was coming at it from a religious standpoint, but heinous sin, he's seeing it the same way, old Kellogg.
Interesting.
Man, they must have not beat the meat too often.
Oh, my goodness. I had a WTF moment this week. I had to buy a brand new truck, my company truck. My old one was 20 years old. So I bought a new one, and I'm driving down our local freeway, and I got a rock chip in my brand new windshield. Yeah, I was not happy. That thing cracked. Like, it split. It's a brand new truck.
It's like,
yes. I was not happy. Neither was my father. So
I have no doubt.
No doubt. So I had to take time out of my day to get the windshield fixed. Luckily, they come to your place now.
Yeah, they do. I'd heard that.
That was pretty cool. Huh. But still, I had to end my day a little early because, no one works after 5. Not the windshield guy. You had to be there at 3.
Yep.
Anyways, that was definitely a WTF moment.
Most of mine are on the road as well, and it has to do with the way people drive or the different things they'll do. I've had people just 4-lane one way, and I'm in the far left lane. Somebody's in the far right lane, and they turn left.
They're doing a 3-lane sweep there, David?
Oh, yeah. I slammed on my brakes. Thankfully, there was nobody behind me. There was nobody behind them. There was nobody else in any of the other lanes. They were probably about 3 car lengths ahead of me. And we're cruising. We're not cruising fast, 30 miles an hour, but to turn left across 3 lanes takes a little bit of time. It wasn't like they were changing lanes. No, they just did a hard left because the street they needed to go down was right in front of me.
Wow.
If you're driving somewhere and you need to get in a lane and you can't, do the smart thing. Don't try to cause an accident. Drive past it, turn around, and treat it as an adventure in life. Don't kill people trying to get to that. Oh, I got to be over there. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, those are my typical WTF moments.
That is
what
WTF.
the fun.
What the
fun I had when they almost hit me.
I have another situation. We, as you know, David, in our neighborhood, we have a chronic problem with people driving through lawns. And I'm not talking about just jumping the curb. I'm talking full-on farming.
Through it.
And so I caught someone driving through my neighbor's lawn.
Yep.
That was a WTF moment if I ever had one. I caught them doing it, so I chased them down, yelled at them.
Kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, teenager.
Not enough. So it takes a village, people. Not enough people hold children responsible and other people responsible for their actions. Get out there and tell people to quit that crap.
Did you see the car that got egged last week, too?
Yes, several of them. There were a couple of trucks. I saw when I went to work, there were 2 trucks, eggs, and then there was an empty spot with a bunch of eggs around it. So I know at least 3 on the curve up.
That was a WTF moment.
Yeah, no kidding. Eggs, man, that sucks to clean off your car. I've had to do that before.
I have too. I still have
terrible
damage on my car from it.
Yep.
I have some BB holes on the side of my siding in my house where kids were driving by shooting BBs. I found them when I was painting the house last year. That was a WTF moment.
No kidding. That's just mindlessly stupid destruction.
Exactly. Matter of fact, you were here. I think you were with your in-laws, and we had that dreadful, what do they call it, where they come and knock on your door and run. Ding-dong door ditching.
Ding-dong ditch.
Yeah, whatever. That was a WTF moment.
And then we had another one, and it was like 11:30 at night.
Yep.
And Mary got freaked out, and I think Liz got freaked out.
Yep.
And we were up, running around trying to figure out who the heck had done it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So those are all WTF moments, and I want to hear yours. You heard a bunch of ours, so I want to hear about yours. What WTF moments do you guys come across? What do you see? What happens in your own neighborhood like we do? I'd love to hear it. I want to hear.
Especially the humorous and funny ones.
Exactly. And so with that being said, we'd love to talk about movies on this.
Oh, yeah.
So
and in this 3-part, we haven't talked about movies, music, not our typical conversations, but we felt that this was too much fun to not talk about.
Exactly. So I found, this is thank you IMDb, the top WTF mind-blowing movies. And I've only heard of a couple of these, and I want to know if my audience has heard them or watched them, or have you, David, all right? So I'm going to start off with number 10. Requiem of a Dream.
Requiem of a Dream.
Oh, thank you.
I've never seen it.
Neither.
I've heard about it.
Year 2000?
Heard it's a mind job.
Yep. Number 9, Dominic Draco, 2001.
Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko.
Sorry, bro.
Nope, you're fine. Never heard of it either.
I've heard of it. I'm trying to remember who's in it. Crap, I can't remember his name. I can see his face. Yeah.
The Man from Earth.
Never heard of that one.
2007. Well, this one's a popular one. I haven't seen all of it, but I want to see it. Fight Club, 1999.
It's a great movie, and it is a mind job. I would agree.
Wow. Number 6, Moon, 2009. Me either. I Origins, 2014. Yeah, neither me. How about you guys? Jacob's Ladder, 1990. Yeah. Enemy, 2013. Yeah. Coherence, 2013. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. Number 1, Mr. Nobody, 2009. Yeah, you see, these movies must be falling in like the horror, suspense, and
It must be. I'm not familiar with that. Another one, Inception. You said mind-blowing, and I was like, well, yeah, Inception was fun and kind of mind-blowing as everything's twisting and moving around and just all crazy.
Remember that movie, Johnny Mnemonic from the...
Johnny Mnemonic.
Mnemonic.
Yes, with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of mind-blowing for the time.
It was, and strangely, we had it on VHS. It was really cool, translucent cover with, I think, either a pink or a neon orange cassette.
Sweet.
That was kind of a cool package.
So those are the mind-blowing movies, David. Now, I know you've heard these. Now, let's move on to something a little bit more G-rated, because we all have kids.
Yeah.
We catered this show to mainly families and stuff like that. So movies to watch with good messages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, those feel-good movies. You know, the tear-jerkers.
Yeah.
Okay. Facing the Giants. Faith, Hope, and Love.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. It really is. I liked it. My children absolutely love this movie. And so when I saw this, The Sandlot. Friendship, sportsmanship, and loyalty, David. You ever seen it?
Mm-hmm. Sandlot's awesome. It's one of my favorites.
I love it here. There's another great kid movie. The Goonies.
Goonies is one of the best movies. A little more language than I would have expected, too.
Yes.
But it was PG.
PG, compassion,
in the 80s.
And friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the friendship.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that.
Never leave a Goonie behind.
Oh, that was awesome, man. This one's gonna cause a little bit of a stir up. And if you're a Cobra Kai fan or the Mr. Miyagi fan,
yeah,
The Karate Kid, balance, patience, and resiliency.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They say sometimes, Danielson was actually the real bully.
I know you were sharing that was one of the kind of controversial discussions amongst people having viewed the movie, and I really have been reflecting on that since then, but I need to watch it and think about it with that perspective and see what I think.
Have you seen the YouTube Red where the new Cobra Kai Karate Kid movie? You haven't? Supposedly they're going to be showing those episodes for free in August, which I'm a totally, binge watch all of those
watch
things.
the whole series. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been told it's awesome. It has the old Danielson and the old, I think his name was Johnny, the old bag.
Yeah, it was Johnny.
I can't wait to watch that.
Cool.
Number 5. Yeah, this is a great movie. The Blind Side, Compassion and Grit. That was a great movie.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock's awesome.
She killed it. And Sandra Bullock, she's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, she is stunning. Awakenings. Man, there's so many awakenings. I saw her in Love Potion number 9.
The Net for me.
Yes. I totally forgot about the Net.
The Net.
Dude.
That was like early.
Well, Love Potion number 9, she does that, the ugly duckling transformation into the beautiful woman.
Kind of like Mrs. Congeniality.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then the last one is a really good one. Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness, Honesty, and Integrity.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness is a great movie.
That was a wonderful movie.
Man, parts of it are tough. The struggle that gentleman went through, and then the redemption, being able to succeed in what his passion was. And at the end of the movie, right at the very end, Will Smith, he's walking with his son. Yeah. And they're walking down the San Francisco, one of the hills. And there's a gentleman in a nice suit that walks by. And that's actually who the story was about.
No kidding.
Yeah, it does a little Easter egg there at the end.
That's a great information.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to watch that movie again.
It's a great movie.
Well, fantastic. Well, David, that's all I have on WTF.
Nice.
Exactly.
This is fun.
This was fun. So, audience, please tell us what you got. Tell us some good movies. Anything from the 80s and 90s, particularly the 2000s and stuff. They had some good stuff too, but we like that retro kind of stuff. Any fun neighborhood shenanigans that go down that are WTF, I'd love to hear it because I've had everything, the whole gauntlet done. So
yeah, you spend a lot of time on the road, so you would.
Exactly. Yeah. So, buddy, give them that beautiful closing speech.
I will. Thank you for watching or listening. You can find us on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes Podcast, Google Play Music Podcast. Like us, subscribe, turn on that bell so that you're notified when the Dudes in Kansas show comes out with a new episode. And please give us constructive feedback so we can make this show better. We have really enjoyed doing what we're doing. We have fun making the content, editing the videos, and we hope you enjoy it too. So please help us along. Thank you for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.
Take care. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Ken.